What's up, y'all? This is Week 3 podcast with the commissioners and the commissioner matchup this week. Looking forward to that. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Week 3. Hopefully now you got a little better feeling for your team. Some teams are going to score a lot of points week 1, end up scoring more this week. So, and some people still didn't score a lot of points.
Yeah.
So it's getting interesting. Week 2.
A lot of injuries in Week 2 and Week 1. A lot of quarterbacks went down.
Yeah.
Hurt a lot of teams big time. And a lot of questionable players. I looked at the site. There's
some
a whole
players
lot of
aren't
people
playing.
questionable.
Yeah, and then you got the players that their play is questionable. Like
Yeah,
Andrew Luck,
Andrew
people
Luck,
questioning
man.
that. I mean, first round pick, pick
Overall
or 2,
pick, yeah.
just stinking up the joint. But we'll see if that continues.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I don't know. I know I wanted to stay away from Luck. I was nervous about him going into the season. I had him last year, looked at his offensive line. He was taking a lot of hits, turning the ball over a lot. So I was ecstatic to be able to have second pick and get Aaron Rodgers, and I hope that everybody else got second pick was just as ecstatic as I is, especially today.
Yeah, after today,
Yeah.
Wayne had a team where he had 3 strong quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy,
He had
man.
Romo, Brady, and Luck.
Yeah.
Looked off strong at starting the season, and one's terrible, and the other one is now gone for a long period of time.
6 to 8 weeks is crazy. Tony Romo got hurt, and Dez got hurt, and man, this has been an injury-riddling season so far. A lot of players, teams being affected by these injuries. I suspect a lot of trades are going to begin to pick up. I noticed there's been a lot of trade offers sent out, so I foresee trades picking up in this early season.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some trade offers, so keep sending them, keep getting them going. Try to improve your team. It's still an early part of the season, but the trade deadline isn't for the whole season. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, you try to improve your team best you can. Pickups are going. I mean, I see
A lot of pickups. Yes.
transactions are pretty high, so people are looking to improve their team, and that's one of the things. This is a team game.
Right. Yep.
Your fantasy team needs to be a team. One player is not going to carry you in a league like this anymore.
They can help you, but everybody's
Yeah.
teams, if you look across the board, they all got good players for the most part, and then the team that has the best team is going to be the one that stands out at the end. So.
One team looks good one week, it may not look good the next week.
Yeah.
But we had Lacey Duck, who didn't really like his team after the draft, and he's
No.
been balling out of control.
2-0.
2-0, scored a lot
2-0.
of points this last week. Man,
I thought I had no chance of winning. I got a little psyched out, I guess, by the spread of being a 50-point dog, and looked up and played this guy's team. I played last week and was like, wow, this team ain't nothing. And ended up winning. So it's all subjective. It's week to week, depending on matchups and players, and health is turning into be a big factor. So good luck to everybody, and hopefully keep the trades and transactions moving.
if you're 0-2, you still got a chance.
Still got
Don't
a
give
chance.
up.
Oh, yeah,
people
for
have
sure.
been 0-4 or
Yeah.
0-5 and made a playoff push. So
Yep.
season's never over in this league. One of the great things about it, with half the league making the playoffs, there's always opportunity.
Really quick, I want to talk about the trash talk on the message board and the questions. Payne Inc. put a question on the message board. I answered it pretty promptly. LeVar's Legends put a question on the question board yesterday. I tried to answer it properly, but he took it off, so he must have got his answer himself. If you have questions, you can text, call, email, put it on the message board. We'll get to it. Keep talking trash. I like the message that Ben Like Beckham put on there today. Pretty funny, except you didn't have to put me in it, but we'll see.
I have yet to check that out. Been busy, but I'm gonna check that out after this. I don't care if I'm in it or not. I love it. Trash talk. Keep it going. Keep it lively. Keep it entertaining. This league's for fun. If you ain't having fun,
Then you shouldn't be in the
yeah,
league.
you shouldn't be in the league. So
Right.
you want to go to the matchups this week 3? This is gonna kind of see if you're above 500, below 500. You won't be at 500 after this next week. So it's kind of a teetering week. So let's get into the matchups.
Okay.
Let's break 1 or 2 of them down and see what happens.
All right.
You can luck my balls versus you mad, bro.
I talked to Chris, team owner of You Can Luck My Balls today at work, and he told me do not pick him. He's calling me Lee Corso because I keep picking him, and now he's 0-2. And he said I kept picking him last year, and he was losing. So I'm not going to pick him, and I'm going to pick you mad, bro, not because he said so, but because he has an overall better team. And if Andrew Luck chooses not to show up this week, it's going to be a whitewash. You mad, bro's my pick.
Ooh, I think it's going to be bad neckbeard Luck this week. I think Luck's going to turn it around.
He's
I
gotta
think
do
he's just
something.
too good of a quarterback. He's got a receiver that T.Y. Hilton hasn't been perfectly healthy, and maybe that'll be a difference if he can get better. I look for luck to turn it around. I'm going to go with you can luck my ball.
You're gonna go with that, huh? All right.
Oh yeah. Do you? Oh, here we go.
All right.
Commissioner matchup, one of our favorites. Do you believe in magic versus the Snatch Patch Plungers?
The Snatch Patch Plunger's been tearing them up, man. And
Right.
I'll tell you what, man. For some reason, I cannot beat this guy when we play head to head. I don't know what it is. The Magic right now, I feel like it's my better team. This is gonna be my best opportunity. I'm going to pick myself by a small margin. I can offset Brady. I can offset Cobb. I can offset some of the players on this team. The one person that, of course, scares me is Gronk. Hopefully he don't have a big week. I sneak out a victory, go to 3-0.
Well, it's interesting. This is a commissioner matchup because Snatch Patch Plungers will play the other commissioner next week. So he gets two commissioners back to back.
Okay.
And the other commissioner's team's really not looking too well.
Yeah, he's hurting.
So I'm looking to start my season off with this team 4-0, including a win this week.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I'll look for.
Well, good luck to you, man. I
look for two snatch patches to get plunged in the next 2 weeks, basically.
No.
P&L versus Lacey Dub.
Lacey, we just talked about Lacey Dub. P&L's team's kind of hurting too. I'm surprised to see him struggling. They ain't sending out no trade offers. They're not really talking deal. I got to go with Lacey Dub, man. He's hungry. He's wanting. He predicted he was going to go undefeated this season as long as he gets a couple breaks. So he told me this week, undefeated, Lacey Dub. I'm going with him this week.
Lacey Dub got a break by pulling off a good deal for his team, a trade early in the season.
Yes,
so some of you may want to take note that you can improve your team by making a deal. And I'm going to go with P&L on this one. I think Lacey Dub started off strong, 2-0. I don't think he's going to go to 3-0. I think he'll be 2-1. His team isn't that great. Even he said it after the draft he didn't do that good of a job. He's had some good performances, but I don't think that's going to last this week. So I'll look for P&L to pull a victory off.
Wow.
Grandpa's Mistress versus the Shot Callers.
I looked at this matchup a little closely. I'm going to go with Grandpa's Mistress. I can't believe that team is 0-2. He's got some good players on there with AP and Peyton Manning and he's got Stafford. This is just off the top of my head, and I'm just surprised to see his team in 0-2 right now. I think he's going to have a big week this week and get to 1-2.
Yeah, Stafford's been kind of disappointing for me.
Yeah, and been getting beat up too.
Yeah, he's taking hits. I watched a little bit of the game last week. And, Calvin Johnson didn't seem to be a real target of his throughout the game.
For that to happen.
So even a guy like that, I don't care if he's covered or not. You hike the ball and you throw it to him at times, and it just doesn't seem like that's the plan. That he's going through progressions and doing some other stuff that just doesn't seem like the play that they're used to pulling off. So that's kind of interesting. I'm going to go with Shot Callers on this one. For no other real reason other than I think it's time for him to get a victory. So
okay, all right.
Serving of Irving versus the 6165 show.
6165 show's not having a good year this year, which kind of surprised me. They were champs a couple years back, talking mad stuff. Now they're starting to get a little taste of reality. I'm going to pick them this week to beat Serving of Irving. Both their teams are pretty much equal, scoring, players, small margin 6165 by probably less than 15 points.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very close matchup too. I just think Serving of Irving will pull it off.
You're telling me 6165 is going to go 0-3?
I think so.
Wow.
I think they barely were able to pull this team together for this season. It seems I don't know what the dynamic is, but I think their run's done.
Oh wow! Okay.
They're not going to be a dynasty. They won a title a couple of years ago, and I think it's going to be a one-hit wonder.
Okay,
that's how I see it.
I respect that opinion. I think that I'm on the lines with you in agreement to an extent. I just think that this week is the week they get off the schneid and go from 0-2 to 1.
And that's possible. I've been down on this team before in the past, and they've proven me wrong. So it's up to them. It's not up to me.
All right.
Bohica versus Foz.
We ain't been giving Bohica and Fig Jam's teams very much credit on the podcast. I looked at this team today. I think Bohica gets a win against Foz. Foz team has a couple question marks. Got a lot of guys that's injured. Don't know if they'll play. Will not play. I'm going Bohica this week. He gets a big win.
I'm not sure if we picked a game together. You picked the same team on any matchups yet so far.
Not
but
yet.
I'm going to go with Bohica on this one, too. I think his team's a little stronger than Foz. And, I'm starting to like picking Bohica in weekly matchups. So we'll see how this turns out.
That might work out.
Give him an opportunity. TNA versus Tony's Homos.
Man, this is TNA just got too much for him with Eli Forte and Lynch. Tony's Homos is hurt and losing Romo and a questionable Breeze, his first-round pick. I don't trust him. I don't know if he'll play. I don't think he has enough depth. TNA whitewashes him.
Yeah, I don't know whose quarterbacks are after Breeze doesn't play. What he's
I don't know.
I don't know who's third and fourth on his team.
Breeze might play. I just don't think he'll do anything.
Yeah, I saw a press conference today. There's a possibility there. I think it's probably 70-30 he'll play, but at that point you never really know. So I'm going with TNA. Just Tony's almost just has had too much bad luck, and really he's gonna have to dig out of it.
Yeah, he's actually sending a lot of trades out. Usually he don't send out a whole bunch of trade offers either. I was surprised to see that he's been out there trying to grind. Mad props to finally sending out some deals that some people might take.
Hey man, if you want to catch a fish, you got to throw your line out there.
That's right.
Nothing but trouble versus hardcore.
I looked this matchup real close too. I got to pick hardcore this week because Nothing But Trouble's got big trouble when your quarterbacks are Ryan Mallett, Cam Newton, Alex Smith, and Blake Bortles. That's his starting 4 QBs. He's got to pick 2 of. Hardcore's going to get a win. He did really good last week. He was the high scorer, wasn't he, last week?
Yeah, Hardcore was we didn't go over that at the beginning, but Hardcore was the top scorer, and the last matchup had the low score, which was Tony's Homos.
Yep.
So
Hardcore's going to keep it running. I don't know if he'll be the high scorer, but I still project him to get at least 200. That'd be enough to get this victory.
Yeah, I think Hardcore is going to be beat Nothing But Trouble, hands down. No problem. Nothing But Trouble, I think, is in big trouble.
Yeah.
Not big butt trouble either. I mean,
maybe not big trouble, but he's got to make a couple moves and improve his team.
That's going to be difficult to do, I think, too. The Brothers from Another Mother versus the Crushers.
Brothers got welcomed in last week with their
right.
first league loss.
Thanks to this guy.
Brothers from Another Mother.
A little bit of horseman.
Gets back off the schneid. Hey, watch that thing. I don't want to smack me in the face. Gets off the schneid, goes to 2-1, beats the Crushers. The Crushers got
gonna beat the savvy veteran.
The Crushers got Dwayne Bowe on their team. Enough said. If you ain't making moves and you still got Dwayne Bowe,
everybody's got that.
Nobody's got the Dwayne Bowe player, but the Crushers.
Everybody's got that one player that they're attached to. Maybe not should be on your team, but you got some. Loyalty.
Brothers from Another Mother is gonna win this game. If I see Dwayne Bowe on the team today, with all these pickups and transactions being made, and different receivers still available, there's a problem. Somebody's mismanaging, so I'm going with Brothers from Another Mother.
I'm going with Brothers from Another Mother too. I mean, that's just simple. That's not even hard to figure out there. Mile High Club versus These Nuts.
Who?
These Nuts.
Will not get a win this week. Mile High Club, as long as Andrew Luck shows up, will win. We're at 12 minutes. We got to step it up.
All right, let's keep going. Mile High Club, yep. I think I got you on that one. Oklahoma versus Deflated Nuts.
I'm going with Oklahoma Deflated Nuts. I was not impressed last week.
Yeah, I'll go with Oklahoma too on that one. The Walking Dez, I think he's 2-0.
2-0
versus Goat.
New guy, 2-0. Congratulations. Shit stops this week though. Goat, greatest of all time, represents.
Goat, I don't think it's the greatest of all time by any means, but
I don't either.
I think he'll win.
All right.
Horsemeat versus Bennett Like Beckham.
Whoa, stop swinging that thing, man.
Hey, man.
Bennett Like Beckham gets a win this week against Horsemeat. Watch that thing, man. Hey, hold it. Bennett Like Beckham. Represent. Andrew Luck's got to get off the schneid. Or trade his ass to me. I'll take him.
He may get off the schneid, but Horsemeat's going to lay a whopper down on him.
All right.
Army of One versus Team America.
Tough matchup to pick here. I don't know which team's going to show up. I'm going to go with Team America just because I like America.
I'll agree with that one. Team America, I'll go with that. Pain Inc. versus Evolution.
Man, losing Romo last week really hurt my quarterbacks. I got to run with Bridgewater potentially. I still got enough to get the job done. I lost Jay Cutler and Romo.
Hey.
I got enough to get the job done against this team. Payne said his team sucks. I agree. So, Evolution wins.
I've stuck with your team so far. They've done me well. I'm going to go with Evolution on this one, too.
All right.
Fig Jam versus Mean Machine.
Is this the last matchup?
Last matchup of the day.
I'm going to pick Mean Machine, and the only reason why is because I looked at Fig Jam's team, and he's got Chris Ivory, Eddie Lacy, Lamar Miller, Brandon Cooks, AJ Green, and Delaney Walker, all questionable. That's big, dude. How you got so many injuries on your team and nobody's out? I'm going to go with Mean Machine. A lot of those players I named will probably play. I still think he's going to get the job done.
Yeah, I think most of those players will play. I'm going with Fig Jam on this one. We'll see how picking both of Bohica's teams work out for me. Remember, this week you're playing out of conference, so you could be playing some of the players that you have on your team. So look over the other guys' roster, play matchups, see what you can do with your lineup. Be creative. Maybe a player that you don't want to start because he has that player, and somebody else you can get better in your lineup. So check it out. We'll see you next week.